You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Ackerman.
All right, welcome to Mod Squad. I am in charge today, so you're not going to get all the lovely sound effects and videos from Kevin. But we are here and we're going to be painting. I'm here with Stacy. Stacy, how you doing?
Oh, I'm just lovely.
Fantastic.
Did some spinning this morning.
Yeah? Did
So,
you get busy?
No, but my legs hurt because I feel better from my Murph on Monday. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think today is the first day I haven't really felt sore from that because that was, a lot.
And we got Michael here with us. Michael, how you doing, sir?
Good. How are you guys? Thanks for having me again.
Fantastic. Kyle is here. Kyle, how you doing?
Good morning, everybody.
And Carlo. What's up, Carlo?
Hi guys, how you doing? Thanks for
Doing
having me.
great. You sound like you're wide awake right now.
No, I got up 4 minutes ago. I had my water here. So.
Very cool. Well, before we get into what we're painting and stuff, what did everybody think of the reveals last night?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Especially that lady.
Speaking of the lady, we got Tanya here with us.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Tanya?
How are ya?
How are you doing?
Doing good. So excited to see everybody painting. So, my paint set up.
Nice.
I got everything ready to roll. And let me show you my table real quick. And then I'll jump off and let you guys paint. Okay.
Oh, she disappeared. She left us.
Oh.
She must have lost a signal or something. It went to me. All right. Well, maybe she'll be back. We'll see. There she is. All right. Let's try this again.
All right. So.
Very nice.
Got my.
Nice setup. I like that tree. That tree's really cool.
Yeah, I think that's one we got from
Hi, Kevin. Oopsie.
Kevin said oopsie. Who did we get the trees from? Who did I get the trees from, Kevin?
Wow, that's a pretty nice table setup.
Yeah.
And then that's where I am. Nice. Over in the corner.
Looks like maybe you might be ready to do some painting.
Y'all ready to paint? Let's get this collab rolling.
That's her so funny. Yes, I am ready to do some painting. You guys are awesome.
We took a look at that because Kevin sent some videos for today, the intro and stuff in 30-second, and then he sent that. And I played it after Off-World while the guys were backstage. And they said, how come all the sexy ladies that Kevin makes, he gives them Tanya's voice?
Not supposed to know that.
Kevin says, you're not supposed to know that. Oh my goodness. You guys are awesome. Well, I am so excited to see everybody. And what about that reveal? Oh my gosh.
So amazing.
Nice.
I cried. She was beautiful and I cried.
Mm-hmm.
It was a
Yeah,
beautiful
Jeremy
tribute.
popped in late last night and we had told him that you had popped on and he asked if you got emotional. He said, that's what I was trying for. So
yeah. He did it. And talking to him this morning, he said it was so hard not to tell me that they were going to do that when we sat down. Because, I take him by himself and do a little interview with him and at Econ, and he said it's so hard not to tell you that was, in the works. And I'm like, I can't believe it, Jeremy.
Well, now you're gonna have him and Nate on and talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely. We are gonna have to definitely get them on and talk about that. It's amazing. I just cannot believe.
Yeah, Nate was there at Monster Palooza as well. So when we were talking to Jeremy, Nate was there, and he said he didn't know till not too recently, and he was amazed at what they did with it. So
It was fantastic. I'm so pleased, really. But yeah, if you guys are by IshCon, anybody out there is listening is close to IshCon, come see me. Got the table set up. I think it looks fantastic. We've so it's a lot of fun. Just seeing everybody, getting to hug people that I hadn't seen in a while. So
nice. Anybody else going to be there painting with you today?
I think Gina and Terrence are finishing setting up their table, and I think once she's done, she's gonna come over and paint with me.
Gotcha. I thought the PGG boys were doing some painting somewhere too, but
They're at a table. Hang on, let's go say hey, because we're right here at them. You guys, Pete is right beside me, so I get to see him scan everybody's head.
oh, nice.
Yeah. And let's go down here and see if we can find some PGG guys, because they're down here painting while I'm up there painting. Can you guys say hey?
Hello, Mod Squad.
Hey, there they are.
Hey guys.
So they've got a table set up here for anybody that wants to come paint.
Free head sculpts. That way you don't have to worry about ruining one of your toys. Hardest part about painting, it's getting started.
Getting started. Yeah.
Let Van know that there's a thing called the Cosmic Cabal, and that's where Cosmic reveals go.
He doesn't scroll up, Curtis. He doesn't scroll up.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we got the figure that's right over there on the display from last night. It's pretty awesome.
Oh, very cool. Look at that. Well, exclusive on Legion's Ladies Mod Squad.
That's right.
You want to show that again on Big in you real quick?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's.
Look at that.
Yeah.
That's cool looking. Did a great job.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
really amazing. They're so lucky.
It's not
Very
as
cool.
cool as the Tanya tribute though.
I know it
The
is.
Tanya tribute's chef's kiss. Best figure I've ever seen in my entire life. I've never seen a figure have so many different shades of purple on there.
How about the purple weapons? How cool are those?
So good.
They're so good.
I love those weapons.
I
Yeah.
have a feeling that the Purple Gang are going to be using those purple weapons a lot.
Yeah.
Everything's going to have purple weapons now.
We are truly
For
blessed
sure.
to have a purple reinforcements wave. We've been waiting for it, and now we have it. And there's like 3 different figures with purple.
Yeah, it's amazing. It was awesome.
Yes, by purple.
Very cool.
Never
Yeah. So
love my purple.
yeah,
There-
but we're here. We're having fun. And I'm missing being, actually sitting down and painting with you guys, but glad I got to jump in and say hey anyway.
Bye.
Well, hey. Bye.
Oh, and you're never going to guess who's right up here. Hang on. Because I've got somebody very special to the Legion's Ladies live channel.
Billy
Hang on.
Bates.
Well, he's here somewhere, but not here. But look who's here.
Hey.
This is Mod Squad. We're painting live, or they paint live.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm.
Shit, I gotta start drinking
No,
my
I'm
water. God.
Oh no.
The amazing. Yeah, now you gotta start. You gotta start drinking your water. Make sure.
Yeah,
I've already had
I wasn't
16
drinking my
ounces
water.
this morning.
I'm on it now. I'm on it.
Okay.
Does water in your coffee count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee counts because it's before 10 a.m. You get a pass.
Okay.
All right. So
Well,
on Legion's Ladies Live Mod Squad,
Okay.
we do Mod Squad every Saturday morning. We actually paint, and you can watch us actually paint the figures. So that's what's going on. And I'm here and can't be on, so I just wanted to jump in and say hey,
Paint harder. It's Saturday.
We'll try.
get some good stuff done.
If you don't, I'll find you. I know where you are every Saturday now.
That's right, he does. Oh my goodness. Well, you guys, it is so good to hear from you, and we will be posting some stuff online from here. So just keep your eyes and ears open and check Legion's Ladies Live, and we'll have some good times.
Awesome. Well, you have a good con and enjoy yourself.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Tanya.
Bye.
All right. Let's see what everybody is working on. I'm gonna go ahead and start with myself. So normally I would have thrown this away before this started, but I just wanted to kind of show this is from that fidget popper that I use for like contrast paints and shades and stuff. When you're done, you just leave it, and then the next day, 2 days later, whatever, you just turn it upside down, you pop it, and they just pop right into a tissue like this, and then you can throw them away. So it makes for very easy cleanup. You might have to wipe it down, but for the most part, makes a really easy cleanup. So there's that. And then I've got 2 heads I'm going to be working on today. First one is this like punk rocker skeleton. So I think I got that from Robert Espino. I had a bunch of supports in the hair that I caught some of them before I primed it, but a lot of them I didn't catch till after I primed it. So doing a little work on that. And then I've got this like zombie orc from Planetary Dog Toys. And this is one that I fumbled around when I was getting stuff ready today, and I dropped it and his tusk broke off. So I ended up just kind of dremeling a hole, and I'm going to paint it as if it got ripped out at the root. Because you don't need to just throw away a head sculpt, just make do, figure it out. So that's what I'm doing. We will go over to Stacy next. Stacy, what you got?
I got this goblin head. I think it's a goblin, right?
Yep, that is Luna from God's Fire, from Emil Wickman and Stephen Bisciotti.
Okay, I didn't know what it was. I just knew I went to
She
SkiCon. I
kills
bought
people. Just FYI, she kills people by baking poisonous baked goods.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, that's like me in the Christmas time, but they're not poisonous. But yeah, I got a bunch of heads at SkiCon from
Very
Wolf
nice.
King. So yeah, decided to paint her today.
Very cool. Do you have the torso for her?
No, I do not.
There is a I'll check my parts. I think I might have one of her torsos. If I do, I can send it to you if you're interested.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
That way you can make a full-blown female goblin if you want.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Okay.
Thanks.
I will take a look. Next, we'll go over to Michael. Michael, what you got going on today?
I'm just doing more red and black. I got a old custom I did a number of years ago that I want to do updates to. So that's basically what I'm doing. Yeah.
Is this on the Black Knight still?
Yeah, the old custom was on the Black Knight. It's over in the other room. I'll bring it in a little bit later. But my one came out pretty good. I decided to use the the Headhunter head. That white head really pops on it. Now I had to blacken out the eyes, but that I guess that's the fine. Let's see here. I guess I can move the camera.
Oh yeah, that does look good.
Yeah, that's the final.
Dots and lines, man, makes a huge difference.
Yeah, it does. That helps for getting back into it. That's what you have to do, and then you just build your skills.
There you go.
Yep. Okay.
All right, we'll go over to Carla next. It looks like Carla's doing some sculpting today.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't drop off this time. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just working on a knife, a dagger, like a gold dagger. I'm looking like almost like a Templar type dagger. I pulled up a couple Templar dagger images, and then so it's going to be a little piece. We're going to start working on some weapons. We found out that we can print them out of this silk PLA, and they kind of give a metally shine to it. So rather than painting a blade and always having it scrape off,
interesting.
We're going to see if we can get that going. So yeah, just a little dagger today.
Very cool. And then finally we'll go to Kyle. Kyle, what you got going on today?
Bunch of stuff. I'm finishing up the wharf last night I did the pearl. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up or not. Yeah, you can kind of see it on the steel. The steel.
Yeah.
There we go. And you can kind of see it on the chest. And then I clear coated it a little bit last night and this morning and reassembled it. And all I got left is this fur loincloth. Up. Then I'll start on something else. I'll get started on this to basically go together and possibly it's apart.
Those details are super.
That's what I
crisp
got.
on that first one. That looks really nice.
Thank you.
Very cool. All right, let's see who we've got in the chat. Looks like we got T-Wiz out there. Says, good morning, everyone. He's going on a 20-mile hike, but hopes painting goes well. Enjoy?
Get you some.
Yeah.
That's a fun day there.
Okay, all right.
Drink your water.
We got Michael here. We've got Darla Ackerman. I know her. She's downstairs, though. We got Ty here. William Husted. We've got Freaks Figures. Eric Van Kuren. Pickle D is in the house. Pickle D asked Carlo what software you're using.
This is ZBrush for iPad. So
Gotcha. ZBrush for iPad. Pickle D says, I have a friend going to Monster Palooza today. He'll pick me up one of the new Cosmic figures. That's cool. Very nice. Freak says, on my way, finishing up cleaning up a homeless camp, 3 acres of trash. One of the women who was staying here came up to us and was like, thanks for destroying my home. He said, we didn't, the sheriff did. So, and then MJ Staten popped in and says, good morning. So good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a great day and being creative in some way. So yeah, we're gonna have fun, do some painting. So what was everybody's favorite reveal last night?
I mean, you already know which one mine was.
Yeah, that's probably a given.
Yeah.
Michael?
She's just
Oh boy, God, I love the Barbarian, the Skeleton Legion Builder 2 or 3 or whatever it is now.
Yeah, 3.
3. So probably the Skeleton Legion Builder 3, I would say, and then the Barbarian.
Yeah, Barbarian's pretty cool too. Carlo?
Yeah, I like the Barbarian. I like the new head on it. The updated parts replaced how they did the other ones. So I think that's great. I love how they made it compatible, like basically almost re-release of the legendary Barbarian.
Uh-huh.
And then of course the Legion's Lady. So of course.
Of course.
I don't have that original Artemis with those wings, so it's nice to get those wings back.
Yeah. Kyle?
I like the skeleton horse. I kind of got an idea for it. Like how they had the Centaur adapter to it. If I could put Necronominus wings on it, not the Centaur torso, but the actual body of the horse, kind of make it like a skeleton Pegasus. I definitely like the Legion Ladies tribute, and I also like the 4 tunics.
Yeah. We got Jin joining us. Jin, how you doing, sir?
Doing good. How are you guys?
What are you working on today?
Gonna continue working on this Goat Man.
Nice.
Putting more details on his armor.
And Jin is also learning why the rest of us don't show ourselves on camera because we have bedhead as well. So,
Mhm. I mean, I don't, but
because I cut my hair last week, so when it's longer, it's like poof everywhere.
Jin, what was your favorite reveal last night?
Oh yeah, I just took a look at it as I was going to bed. I think I really like the soft goods sets, especially the Xylona one. The color scheme on that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, Valiant Knight 2, that looked good. Kind of salty. There was no goblins.
don't worry, I'm painting a goblin for you.
There you go. Yeah, I think the soft good sets were the thing that really got me. I know Frank Adami in the Cabal had mocked up some like faction tabard and soft goods sets like a long time ago, probably about a year and a half ago. And I was so excited about it. I immediately sent it to Jeremy. And I was like, oh, these would be awesome to do. And he's like, yeah, I don't know if we would ever do that, but we'll see, blah, blah, blah. So seeing those last night was pretty awesome. I think that's an easy way to like transform your characters, whether it's this Valiant Knight or even, you tie this in with the RPG wave. And as people are kind of creating their character and choosing their faction and stuff, this is a nice way to just kind of add some soft goods, add a shield, and kind of factionize your character. So I love that, and I think for $20 for a shield and soft goods, like that's a great value. So
yeah, definitely good value. I think I've been getting my soft goods on AliExpress for a long time, but since the tariff trade war, those prices have really gone up in China. And I talked to my friend Zhao Jijing, the guy that does the 3D prints in the Cabal, and he's like, it's not necessarily just due to the tariffs, but like the cost of living and just labor expense in China in general has gone up a lot recently. So like I used to pick up soft goods for like $10 to $15. Now it's like 25 and up starting. So
wow.
So these are great offerings from the Four Horsemen, right? To really like
I mean, you're getting
more soft goods
CGSM level plus the faction logo. Yeah,
and they're really good soft goods like that are designed specifically for the line, right? Otherwise you have to kind of pick and choose like from other lines. A lot of the AliExpress soft goods that I get, I have to pick from third-party soft goods made or intended for other toy lines, and then to see which ones would work good with Mythic Legions. But now these are specifically designed for Mythic Legions, and they look great.
Yeah, and I like the offsetting colors, like where it's not just one solid color. So. And I agree. I think Xylona's Flock is not my favorite faction, but I think that tabard looks the best. So
I agree.
Very cool.
And the prices on everything was honestly unbeatable.
Yeah, the prices are pretty good. The only one that I was a little bit questionable on is the Valiant Knight add-on pack, like where it's got couple heads and some weapons. It's like I don't know, like it, and it's not that it's not good value, but compared to the other ones, it's just not as amazing, I guess. So but definitely was not what I was expecting last night. A lot of different things. So
yeah, I was surprised. Let's see, it's the Bilge, the Rat King body. I was $30. Looked like it had.
Yeah. That was Jeremy was saying last night that that he kind of got in trouble with production manager, which I guess would be Chris. So that the pricing on that but he said do not expect that to be anywhere near that price when it goes to retail. So if you want that figure, get it now. So, and even we had Eric Miller on, and he's the one that painted it, and he said as he was painting it, he was kind of worried that it was not going to make that $30 price point. So.
Yeah, the skeleton steed, that one looks interesting too, because I've seen people been doing some creative stuff with the mixing and matching or pop and swapping with the skeletons, especially the legs and stuff. So it's good that's on one of the items on offer.
Yeah. As soon as I saw the steed, well, I mean, Jesse said it first, and we were doing a live watch, but when we saw the steed and it didn't have a saddle, we're like, oh, this is where the centaur's coming. Because we had seen that piece at Intern, they had shown that connector piece. And so we knew it was coming at some point. We just didn't know where. But then as soon as they showed that and didn't have a saddle, it's like, well, the only reason you make a horse without a saddle is to turn it into a centaur. So.
Okay, I'm going to jump off for a second. I got to go do something, and I'll be right back.
Okay. See you when you get back.
Okay.
But I'm guessing that Brett was ecstatic last night.
Oh, he was. Yeah.
Between the RPG thing and then this, they've been really, really taking care of the skeleton fans.
Oh, yeah.
What part is that you've got there, Carlo?
I don't know. I know that I got to make buttons for a character, and I know that I got to make parts of the knife. So that's just gonna be the middle, part. I'm gonna put a jewel in the middle of that probably. But Tristan and I always have this back and forth with just put random stuff on it and it'll eventually turn into something. So one of the options of I'm looking at all these knives, and it seems like some of them have leaf textures, some of them have diamond textures, and then I did a little leaf, and then I turn this radial option on if you guys can see it. Basically, it does everything mirrored. So you can get some really cool, really simple mirroring on the thing. So I'm just gonna go over this knife with all kinds of just different types of squiggles, and then we'll see what I like, and then I'll probably eventually turn those into something else or keep them if I like them.
Very cool.
But the cool part about these pieces is they could go on the flintlock I was working on a couple of weeks back, or they could go, each individual pieces is just little pieces that we eventually then smash together.
Yeah.
So very versatile.
Well, and I'm assuming that when you're working on it in pieces like that, then if you wanted to, you could pull that and put it into something else as well if you wanted to.
Yeah, we have a bunch of files with just random pieces, but when they're just little random, shapes, you lose them a lot. So then I'll go through and have to clean up folders and move things, and then sometimes we export each piece. Like this knife I'll export this as a piece. I'll do the handle as a separate piece. I'll do the pommel, and then so then it's like I have pommel 1, pommel 2, pommel 3, and then so then recently they came up with this. If the piece is low geometry enough, the software that just shows you, like when you click on a file on your computer and it tells you whether it's an OBJ, which is a sculpting file, or a PNG. Sometimes, if they're small enough now, they'll actually just show an image of it, where before it was just name. So we use a transfer program called Dropbox, and I'm always sending stuff back and forth to Tristan, and he's like, "What name is it?" I was like, "It's the one that looks like this." He's like, "I can't see what it looks like. It's just names." So we still run into that, but it's a little bit easier now, a little bit better.
gotta keep looking back to the screen to see if Stacy's popped back in. I don't want her to have to sit backstage, but not yet. Not yet.
Also, Kevin's not here today either.
I know, right?
Gotta cover two people's jobs.
Yeah, I gotta be more of a smart ass to cover for Kevin being gone.
Mike, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just concentrating. A lot of times when I concentrate, I get quiet.
The other week I insulted Jay accidentally, so I didn't know if it was quiet for a little bit there. I didn't know if there was.
Insulted Jay. What happened?
I said he was dead air. So,
It was pretty funny. Jay was like full on in the middle of talking, but Carlo couldn't hear him. And Carlo's like, well, while there's some dead air, I'll just say this. Just like completely talked over Jay.
Yeah, whenever he maximizes or whatever, sometimes I lose all the volume from other people except for like one person. So if I don't respond to anybody, that's probably I didn't hear anything. I don't know how to fix
We've been
that.
pretty good today.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
got-
Kevin's not coming in with the videos.
We
Yeah, that's
got to do another eating video whenever we're
Oh.
together again.
Oh yeah, man,
I'm
Mikey
gonna
got on.
slam whatever we do though this time, and I'm gonna make a mess.
Oh yeah. And I'm hearing everybody talk about things they bring to Legion's Con, like the Euro Legion boys. They brought I don't know scones or something. They said they brought some type of biscuits there the one year. I didn't get any of those. Some
Oh,
good
God.
old English treats. Maybe a Kinder Joy egg, because I guess they have different Kinder Joys over in Europe than we do here. So
Now, what is that? A what joy?
they're like these little chocolate eggs with like prizes in them or something.
Oh wow,
We have,
prizes!
we have them. We have them here. Yeah, you get a little toy.
Oh, you get it. I've never heard of these.
Yeah, something happened in America. Or somebody choked on something. They kind of like changed them.
Wow.
I don't know. We still have them because I deliver them all the time. So
No,
I just don't know how that Europe chocolate tastes versus. I know those do
How
5
does-
bars.
How does it go for you? Are you gone for a certain amount of time because you guys have a sleeper in that truck, don't you?
Yeah. Sometimes we're gone for 16 hours. Sometimes we're gone for 52 hours. So.
Oh, geez.
On the 52-hour days, Immortal Collections productivity drops tremendously, which is
I would
basically
imagine
all
so.
winter. Yeah, basically all winter. I'm, always calling Tristan like, "Are you getting this printed? Are you getting that printed?" And the other thing is we, we go back and forth and bounce stuff off to each other now. So he started back up doing his art full time again. So we're gonna see how
good.
this transition period goes. I went out and bought a couple more printers to facilitate like catching up with some of the stuff that we've done. So currently we're doing good. We're getting back in the swing of things. But yeah, the truck thing is why I bought this iPad, because when we first started, it was just I would come home on the weekends, paint stuff for Legion Shop, and Tristan would have to handle all the printing and sculpting and all that stuff because, again, 52 hours on a truck. So, now I bought this pad that we can just, when I'm sitting there at like a dock or something waiting to be unloaded or waiting to get in, usually the pop guys cut in front of me at the Walmart, so I have to sit for like 45 minutes while they scan each bottle. And so then I whip my little iPad out and I do a bunch of sculpting. A lot of my stuff has actually been either finished or, started on the truck. So good
Nice.
investment for me.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the eating videos. Those are fun, especially when you guys when like you make like a concoction like in the freezer or whatever, and you have to wait for it, and then it's awful. What was that one thing? That was
that was cool. That was Cool Whip, creamy and peppermint extract. It went real bad. It actually ruined that Cool Whip for me. Now I can't even get through that without tasting like chemically taste. So I'm not real happy how that turned out, but I've tried to get through the Cool Whip again.
yeah, that was a good video.
I have friends from everywhere send me different things when they're in the stores to try, and like usually it's just like that. I started it just kind of funning around with my nieces and nephews, and now it's just like I'm trying to get off of sugar for the most part, and then everybody just like either mails me stuff to try, or like my inboxes or messengers are full with different like Reese's cups and things that come out. I'm trying to get away from Reese's cups, but that I fail quite a bit. I go back in.
That might be the greatest thing ever, peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah.
Well,
Jenny's
next to titties with 2 D's. Double D's. So the Immortal Collections is the sponsor of the Lair. Do you guys have your website currently up or no?
No, so we're in a transition period, a long transition period. We've been talking to Dirk for quite a while in order to put some things to buy over at Wolf King. Tristan's in the process of like 5 different things right now, so he's like finishing up like and tightening up our head sculpts and things like that. And we have a bunch of stuff ready to go, but there's a few like just little like I think we were supposed to like get that stuff over there a while back. So Dirk, I know he was like wasn't Curtis, wasn't he like in Japan or overseas for a while there? But
did we lose Curtis?
You're muted if you're talking.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Curtis is on mute. There it goes.
Yeah, he was in Japan for a little bit, and then I think he got sick. He was in the hospital over there before he came back. But I think he's back now, and site's up and running. So
yeah, I got some stuff off the site. I got the monkey guy, the ox crew guy off of that site, and I got the bee.
Oh, Cog, yeah, he's a good one.
Yeah. So. But yeah, so anyways, as far as Immortal Collections go, we've only been cons for the last 3 years because of Tristan doing other stuff and because me being on the truck. So that was all contingent when we first started on, Tristan being able to do it full time. And since he changed in his occupation for a while there, we kind of fell off a little bit. So that's why you only pretty much seen us at Legion's Con. But we're getting back into it. That's part of me coming on these streams is to kind of like hammer out the stuff more. So hopefully we do have like on this show, Mike, I've been doing these mine carts. I don't know if you've seen them or not or seen the videos.
Yeah.
But these are on the FDM printer, and we're going to have those as one of our like flagship things we do. I've been working on it for like 2 or 3 years, and I finally figured out all the ins and outs for what I can quickly produce them so they're not like super expensive. And part of the the route I'm going to go with it is like I don't know if it's something that would ever be a Kickstartable campaign, and I've seen Kickstarters for all kinds of things, but it's definitely something that I can buy a bunch of printers and just keep on printing tracks in the cart. So that's kind of where we're at right now.
That is similar to what you had at Legion's Con 2 years ago.
Yeah, it's literally the same thing, just tighter. You know what I mean? Like I had to do like 5 or 6 different revisions on the track and the wheel to get everything to clip in without breaking. And then, I don't know if you remember Anthony Halseal. We talked earlier before Legions Con that year about possibly making them compatible with the Thomas the Train engines, so they could actually roll under like a little motor. And I was going back and forth with how I wanted to do those, and he ended up doing it with the Thomas the Train and having that on his table. And then I just try to use gravity, so it would be something that I could just print and it would just work. The issue with that is it probably goes better under the motor than it does mine, because mine kept on sticking. So for the last few years, I've been just trying to get it to work correctly. And
Gotcha.
so that's the status of us right now. We also got into statue, and this is kind of what this dagger was also for. And I say this every week, so I'm not going to keep on going with it. But we're trying to get into statues because of that statue con we went to, Mike.
Yeah.
We talked to that guy, and we're going to go back to that this year. So
Okay. So what about now? Tristan was looking maybe to get in with one of them. Is that still a possibility, or he's building his portfolio with you guys on some statues then?
Tristan is Tristan's doing all kinds of stuff. He's just trying to figure out in this, digital age how he can use his sculpting talents for the different companies. So he's like all across the board doing some toys, some statues, some like personal work. And so like his statue work was personal work. My statue work is personal work. But it's just another, avenue to explore,
Nice.
So as far as anybody wants to give him a job, he'll jump on it. You know what I mean? So it's just, where can he get in, and what can he do? Right now he's doing freelance, so he's got jobs. It's one of those things like any freelance artist, you get jobs every couple of months, and then you're looking for the next one all the time. So. Yeah, Mike, are you going to be able to paint some immortal heads for the layer now that you have all this time?
I do have time, but I don't know if you want me to paint some immortal heads with my skill set right now.
No, man. Something I've thought about even on this show, and with all you guys here, with Mike being like ready to learn and stuff like that, like the tips and tricks that we could walk you through, we could get you up to speed real quick, I think. Because I've seen your dot work. It's there. You did that Caspilar the Heartbreaker a couple of years back. That's one of my favorite customs.
Well, that's what I'm working on right now, updating. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like certain things like washes. I mean, have you done many washes on
No,
things?
not at all. Just dry brushing and painting between the lines, the dots.
What do you guys think? You think he can handle some washes?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, washes are, they make washes that are already ready, or you can make your own up by just kind of thinning down some paints. I'm working on right now this Mohawk, trying to do a transition of color from the blue to the pink. And so like I'm just using a couple different flat paints, but then I'm using where did I put it?
That looks great.
But I'm using like a medium, which I can't find right now because it's probably right in front of me, which will just kind of thin it down a bit, but keep the consistency a little, I don't know. It thins it down, but it keeps the pigmentation, and then trying to blend from the one color into the other. Because they're two completely different colors. Like a lot of time when you're blending from like a reddish orange to a red or something like that, to where it's, pretty close. But when you're blending two completely different colors, it's a little bit different. So this is what I was looking for. This is Turbo Dork thinning medium, which is a huge freaking bottle. But yeah, you can just, use a couple drops between two different colors and kind of move it back and forth, and it'll blend them together. So you could do that. for washes, or they've got, stuff like this, like the Citadel shades are pretty much washes, or you can make your own. But normally the key after a wash, I know Noah has said this, I think Eric Miller said this, is like, you don't want to just put a wash on and leave it. Like, you either want to do a dry brushing afterwards or do some highlighting. Wash is a good step, but it can't be your last step. So,
Mike, there's a game store over in North Canton that Tristan goes to, and that's where we got all of our Citadel and Warhammer paints and things like that. So I don't know how far a drive that is. Probably not too far, maybe 20 minutes.
God, 5 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll get you the name of that place, but you just walk in there and you can see all the different washes that everybody uses. And when Curtis is talking about washes and shades, maybe one day we can get up there and just check it out.
These are two of the main ones that people will talk about, especially in like the miniature world, is Nuln Oil, which is just a black wash. You'll probably even hear that term black wash a lot. It's just kind of throws some dark shading into the crevices and stuff. And then the other one is this Agrax Earthshade, which is more of a brownish wash, kind of adds some dirty look to it. So if you paint something that looks a little too clean, you can throw this Agrax Earthshade on it, and it'll kind of gritty it up a little bit. Those are probably two of the most popular ones.
Yeah, Mike. And also, like, if you mess up a wash, you just go back over it with the original color, and it pretty much just kind of nullifies it. You just try it again.
Nice.
You can only do that so many times before you obscure the details, but you definitely have a few chances at it. But the one piece of advice that I would have is, whenever you can, get a wet palette, because you want to keep your paints thin as you're painting. You want to keep them. A lot of people say the consistency of like milk. So it helps to have a wet palette. Just kind of keep your paints a little bit more moist.
Nice. Hey, you got yours a couple years back, didn't you?
Yeah. I can't even paint without one at this point. Like, even when I go to shows and I'm painting like Tanya was set up today, I've got to bring my wet palette.
So I've been painting for like last 2-3 years since I got into Mythic Legions, but I haven't used a single wash yet. I do this thing with Gundam model kit panel liners, so it's you're very limited to the color of your wash, but I put the paint is acrylic base, but the panel liner is oil base, so I just dab that onto the cracks, and then I just clean up the surface a little bit with some alcohol, and that keeps it really clean because the wash doesn't affect the paint at all. It simply only fills the crevices.
Yeah, that's pretty similar. As far as what you're trying to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
Jay said, "Hey, I just woke in, popped in to say congrats on Legion's ladies." And then he says, "Wait, there are no ladies here." Yeah, it's a false advertising today. So, and then he says, "Good morning, gents. Gotta go." So yeah, as soon as he found out there were no ladies, he was like, "I'm out. I'm out of here."
Well, how are we supposed to keep Vandal's attention with no dancing ladies on the screen?
Exactly.
So, what do we think about the new cosmic wave that's going to come out? Anybody have any ideas?
Well, just from the way that Jeremy's talked, I don't think it's going to be the next Oxcrew wave.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's going to be more like an outpost, which is cool because you can get whatever. So, but I'm not really sure.
I don't know if they would wait this long to do a quote unquote like repaint reuse wave. I think they've had parts that they've not shown for quite a while. So my hope would be that we get tentacly arms and stuff that we don't currently have. They swerved with the new release because I thought it was going to be the Blade guy that when he started talking cosmic, and then they went to I don't know the new guy's name, but
they got a little creative with him because they used parts from the skate back like on his arms and legs. So it makes it look like it's new, even though it's not new. So I think they're starting to get to the point where they've got parts in the library that they can kind of use in different ways that we're going to be like, oh, that's some new thing. It's like, no, it's not really. So
he gave me some what's that guy from Endgame, Ebony Maw or Eben Maw or something.
Oh yeah, I can see that. I didn't even think of that, but you see that now.
So it's what this wave, the way I take it, is it is going to kind of join up what's been going on and get us it's going to show what the traders union, has to do with the fourth ring and all that. I think it's going to kind of take it full circle before they, the next wave, they do the last Thraxon.
Gotcha. So like bridging the gap.
Yes. Yep. We're going to find out, what's going on there and bringing in the Mortal Thorn. They needed to do that for a while. It sounds like they're going to be pretty badass.
Like a Tarantino movie where you got different storylines going on and then they merge.
Yes. Yep. Well, and the Traders Union is going to Thraxon to, apparently rescue them because Illyria or whatever her name got a hold of them after the other guys left for the Harrow Zone. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. I really want to get more lore on Hvalkatar, the prison itself, how the guys are going to get out of there. Because we know Thygar is the dude. So, get more lore on that. Now we know we know the Bleeders Guild. They are part of the Grave Ring and they get out. So they got out, then they get out and capture someone in that outpost Zaxius wave.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think they got the Iosipidian's buddy. What's his name? The cloak gray.
I can't remember his name.
So they get out, but it looks like the Mortal Thorn is going to be the one that gets them out. So it'll be interesting. love the lore. So
See, and I don't read, so
yes, but there could be audiobook lore someday.
that would be cool.
You just got to listen to Mal do it. They need a playlist of Mal just reading bios on the
Oh yeah.
Euro Legions.
That could be something that Michael does now, and get all the voice work and stuff by Michael.
Yeah,
My
We're
voice.
gonna volunteer him for everything. We're gonna have him painting and sculpting and reading and
Yeah, so when they came out with that video, I didn't realize how slowly I talk because Brad talked fast on it, and then I was painfully slow, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
I think you sounded fine.
Well, thank you, but I am slow. There is something to that. God, who said that? The alpha or the beta, Stephen? You know what? What happened to Legion's Cast, and why don't we have Legion's Cast anymore? And someone needs to bring that back.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was Legion's Cast? I never saw that.
It was initially Steven and Travis, and then it was Steven and Len, and then it was Steven and Len and Jeremy, then it was Steven and Len and Emil, and for a while there, Emil was keeping it going because he was doing like a bunch of lore and breakdowns of factions and stuff. And then I think what happened was that StreamYard raised their prices, and Len was kind of getting out of Wolf King, and he was starting with the studio, and he said, I'm not going to keep paying for StreamYard. And I think it just kind of died. So I think that's what happened.
Gotcha. I remember way back in the day that was that and Mythic Customs was the thing.
Yeah, they were the only two real going for a while.
And then the lounge.
Yep.
So, Mike, are you going to hop back into the admin position in the skeleton group?
Oh yeah, I've got to. Yep. I got to. I'll talk to Chris here. Obviously, he's going to be head of everything, and I've been an admin this whole time, but I mean I haven't done much. I gave it over to Chris has done such a good job that it needs to run with him. I'll kind of be like a support guy. Yeah, that was a rough 3 years. Jesus, it is over. It is over. And now it's weird, man, not having to go to work. Weird. But I'll take it. Key is to stay active, though.
Yep. I've known so many people that, like, throughout my career that they'll retire and then within, a couple of years, they're just gone. And it's like they didn't have anything to do. And it's like nothing. Yeah. You gotta have a hobby. You gotta have something.
Oh yeah, you gotta have many, I would think. Jeez.
Although I did know one guy, he retired, and he loved flying. He had his pilot's license and stuff, and so he started like just taking people out and teaching them and stuff, and that became his new hobby. And man, he loved it. It was like his dream. He was just up in the sky all the time.
Yeah, nice. We just had a prop plane crash going into Fulton Airport into home. You did you hear about that in Akron, Carlo?
Yeah, I heard about it. That had happened 20 years ago in the neighborhood when I was delivering pizzas. We seen like fire trucks and everything, so we started like chasing it. The pilot, of course, died then. I don't know about this most recent one. I seen it happen, but
They both died.
The
Right into-
homeowner, was somebody in the house?
Yeah, the kids were upstairs and the dad was in the basement, but they all survived. The two pilots, the one was learning and the other one was the instructor, both died. So I don't know what happened. I was just up in a prop plane a few months ago. My nephew's flies, doing the learning thing. He had his instructor with him, and it was the first time I was in one of those. It was pretty cool. And they're out of he goes out of Worcester, not Worcester, Smithville. Yeah, out there. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. God, Ohio is so awesome. I love Ohio, especially the Buckeyes.
Mm-hmm.
CarverCon. We got to talk up CarverCon.
It's coming up.
God, yes. Ohio. Anybody coming? I know Carlo, you'll be coming, won't you? And
absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely be there.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Oh God, awesome.
Well, you're in Ohio, right, Kyle?
Yeah, I'm in Cincinnati.
Ooh, Cincy. You guys
Oh,
know
you'll
where
be-
it's standing. At least you guys make the Super Bowl, though.
I don't know. We have a curse, a 5-year curse, that every time that we get a new quarterback, everybody's like, "Oh, he's going to be the new best thing," and then usually around three or 4 years, they start fading off, and it happens every single time.
Well, that's the organization there because Joe Burrow's the real deal. They need. So if I'm and trust me, listen, I'm a Browns fan, so I know the pain of drafts. So if I'm the Cincinnati Bengals, I'm drafting all linemen, all offensive linemen. I'm a firm believer in if you have a top 10 pick, you take best available. Because the people who passed up on Caleb Downs this year are idiots because of needs. So, but they need to protect that man because there's no use in having the skilled players if you can't move the ball because of protection, because of the trenches. So, and Cincinnati is just, I don't get it because they've had the quarterbacks where the Browns have not.
I don't know, man. You guys fucked up Baker Mayfield.
Well, I got to tell you. Okay, so people will say that he's good in Tampa Bay. So I wouldn't. Okay, you have to understand when he came out. Okay, he wasn't what he was now. Okay, so he wasn't.
That's because they didn't coach him up there. Their coaches were shit.
No, I mean personality wise. What am I trying to?
The attitude.
Yes, he was a dick. Okay, and that shows a lot in your commitment and all that. So it's partially his fault. Now, the Browns organization is the worst organization in the history of sports organizations. So, yes, did they play a part? Yes.
Dude, the amount of stuff that they gave away to end up with Deshaun Watson is
Oh God,
ridiculous.
yeah, they're finally almost through that. They've had a couple decent drafts.
That was such a bad like in the middle of all of that controversy and stuff to get I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell they were thinking.
Well, that was, I mean, you have Haslam. Haslam he wanted Deshaun. It wasn't Stefanski. So it'll be interesting what this new guy can do. I don't think this new guy's going to take any shit. The Monken guy. We'll see. But it don't matter. I'll be long gone before they win anything. Yeah, they're cursed.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Wraith just popped in here, stopping by to say hi. As Raiders fans, listen, we know about we know about having some shitty teams. So
you guys had what was it, 81 with Marcus Allen and all them?
Yeah, it's been a long ride since then. So
that's a Super Bowl.
Well, we've got 3 total, but they're all, from when I was either a small child or not even born. In my lifetime, they've been pretty bad. We get to the one Super Bowl and just get absolutely destroyed by Tampa Bay.
Yeah, that was with Gannon.
Yeah, they trade Gruden, which, I mean, how often do you trade a coach? Like I don't know that I've ever seen that before.
Up until that point, I've never seen that done before.
Yeah. Trade a coach, and then you're like, what are the odds that we'll see him next year in the Super Bowl? Right? And sure enough, they're facing him in the Super Bowl, and they didn't change a damn thing on their offense. They ran the exact same offense as when he was the coach, which means that he knew every single fucking play they were going to run. So that was terrible. Yeah, he said we didn't change our plays. I know. They were in the exact same offense.
So how close are you to the Arch, St. Louis?
I'm about 20 minutes.
No shit. Because that's one of the trips I'm going to take. I'm going to go down, see the national park there. Then I'm going to go on over to Mammoth Cave and then hit New River Gorge in West Virginia.
Oh, nice.
I've been there, Mike. It's beautiful.
Yeah. I drove through the New River. I've never been to Mammoth Cave at all, but I mean, it's not like I stopped at the New River Gorge. Isn't that the one with the high bridge that you can bungee off of?
Oh, yeah, we went there. They have this thing called Bridge Day, and it's like literally the holiday of that place, and everybody goes there. They bungee, but when I went there, they did the skydiving. They base jumped off of it. I don't know if they're still allowed to do that in this world we have now, but yeah, they were base jumping off. That was pretty crazy.
Jeez. I want to walk under the bridge. I think they do that. Where you can walk under it. They have a walkway where you kind of strap in.
Did Mike just say he was going to have a strap on? Gotcha.
Don't need one of those, man. That would be but to bungee jump. Oh my, that would be something. Anybody ever did that? Any of you guys?
Not me. That's not for me.
No,
I'd snap that fucking thing.
Those things are pretty damn reliable.
Famous last words.
Skydiving and bungee jumping is probably just the one thing I would never do.
Yeah, I mean, I'd have to be pushed out of the plane, but I know on the way down I'd be having a blast.
Shit. They do this thing. When I was in Vegas, they've got this one building that's like super tall building, and they have people that like bungee jump off the side of the building. And I'm like, nope. That's not for me.
There's these guys that free solo, in Yosemite and all this and in different places. How the fuck do you climb up a mountain, the side of rocks, without any protection? Oh my God. I have no idea.
Yeah, that's not for me.
No. So my high school baseball team, the first two playoff games, they scored 20 runs and they've given up 0.
Wow.
Yeah. So they play St. Ignatius. They're in the regional now. The first regional game would be St. Ignatius, a parochial school, and they're always tough. In fact, Carlo, you have a couple nephews that play for one of our rivals. I got to see them play. Yep.
Yeah, I have not got out to see them again with that whole 50-hour week on the truck, 100-hour week truck. But yeah, they play all the time. They're now after this they'll move into the fall ball season and they do traveling teams and all that. So they're always out there on the weekend. So. But yeah, talk about dedication. Like some of these kids, they just like with anything, you eat, sleep, and breathe the thing. I hope really it pans out for them because like it's been. My brother was a decent, he was good. He was a good baseball player, but he just didn't get the, I think, exposure he needed. Or wasn't on the right teams and whatnot. But they eat, sleep, and breathe that stuff.
So I guess the next question I have for everybody is what do we think the Horsemen are going to do the rest of the year? We got one half of the year in. Do we think there's going to be a couple figure obscuras? Obviously we know there's going to be a G-Com wave. There's going to be the Cosmic wave. What else do we think they have going on?
I think we'll get a legacy release. And I think we'll get the fall Figura. Other than that, I'm not sure.
So you're thinking one Figura for sure. And what about everybody else?
I think they messed with the releases on purpose for the Figura. I think it was getting too repetitive. I mean, the Thoth, the Allegiance Con was pretty much, I think, the spring figure. You know what I mean? So it's like they moved that up. We might only get 1 or 2 throughout the year on Figura. So
I think the one that you can always bank on is the fall one because I think Eric loves doing shit for Halloween. So
Yeah,
that's
but
the
that
one that I think won't
one-
ever move.
that would be the one they could skip on because they have Graveyard coming out that month.
Yeah, I don't ever see them doing that because I think Eric just loves making like scary stuff too much.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, and we need cryptids. We need we need Bigfoot. So
A Bigfoot troll.
well, that would be awesome too. What about that? I mean, they still have to do the swamp troll from the box. Nate Barch's box art. They talked about the fire troll in the lore. So we haven't had a troll in such a long time. Why do you guys think that is? They just don't sell well?
No, I think they sell all right. I think that they want to redo the body, and I don't know that they're quite there yet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I know I can't remember whether it was Eric or Jeremy, but one of them said like if we ever see trolls again, it's not going to be on that body. So
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense.
Just speaking from, I've done a bit of customizing on it. Like, I think they're going to figure out a lot of stuff with the dragon as far as joints and ratcheting and bigger parts. With the troll, they were roto cast and the legs were just static. You know what I mean? They didn't move, they didn't bend. And my hope on a new troll body would you would have some sort of stomach, almost like articulation. Well, yeah, stomach articulation point between the chest and the belly. But it's just real hard because it's a great sculpture. It's this amazing sculpture. It's just that I think they're going to try to improve on the range of motion a lot more.
I think that that bulwark, the crab that they're doing, is the next step in the evolution towards a troll.
I can see that.
Okay. And he's on the slog body. What are you guys being customizers, what are the difference between the crab and slog? Did they add new stuff?
It's really not, like, none of the parts are the same as slog. It's just that the arms and like legs would attach the same way. But it's all new stuff. So
yeah, I think the ports will be interchangeable. So you'll be able to put the crab arms on the slog body.
Right.
I'm assuming.
But that
it's
body
just
is
another
pretty
scale.
much all new.
Yeah.
Okay. But they consider that what did they call slog scale wise? They consider that scale, correct?
I believe they're calling it slog scale, actually.
It should be, yeah.
But at this point, weren't we supposed to already have a Figura Obscura? Don't they typically do it in May?
Well, that's what Carlo was saying. Like the Toth one at Legions Con kind of took that spot, we think. So
Oh, okay. Well, I was just kind of thinking if they wanted to continue the Egyptian theme, I would kind of hold off on that because to put 3 Egyptian themes within a year, and there's so many Egyptian gods that you could drag it out for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll max out at some point. Like, I think they'll, maybe 6. The Pantheon should be. I mean, I know there's way more, but it's just.
Yeah, they're not going to do
exactly
30, I don't think.
Right.
Do you want outside? You want to go outside? Okay. I'll be back. I'm gonna take my dog out.
All right.
Real quick.
Stacy ended up not ever coming back. She said, "This is just a sausage fest. I'm out." So.
Can we play Wobbly Puppy? I played that.
So with legacies, I guess quick question, what are the next legacies coming? And will we see the next two Legions Con reveals being legacies? My hope is we get Aetheron and Xylona. But what do you guys think?
I'm with you on Xylona and Aetheron. I think those would be great. I do not want them to be Legions Con figures, because if they're Legions Con figures, it means they're going to use more of the older tooling, and I don't want that. I think Legacy should stand alone as its own thing. So,
gotcha. Well, I wonder why they went with Scaphoid and Sir Valagard then at last year's Legions Con.
I think they wanted to get you excited for the line, you know, and I feel like those with the parts that they had were easy to do because you had the boots for the Scaphoid, and the Valagard, well, he had, you know, a couple new parts, but they were minimal retooling parts. So it's like, you know, as much as I would like to see a Morgulith or the other ones, it's like there's going to be a certain amount with those that will be reused, or not reuse like old reuse, but like the newer parts that they're coming out from the main waves. So I think with that, they're going to just kind of do like they did with the previous ones. Like the Urza was a complete redesign of the armor, but that was also retooled in one of the waves, you know. So that was the Magnus armor and whatnot. So I think Aetheron and Xylona. Am I talking over anybody?
No, you're good.
Okay. I think
we're just listening to you.
Yeah, I think Aetheron and Xylona will be a full redesign. And I think that absolutely could be in a wave, you know, or it could actually be the two Mythos, you know, the new ones.
I think they're important enough that they need to stand alone and be their own thing. I don't know. Like, at the end of the day, I know we love Legions Con and stuff, but it is a toy show, and exclusives for toy show should not be like big time main characters. Like that's not what we should have at Legions Con. You wouldn't have that at Zolo. You wouldn't have it at, you know, anywhere else with a big name character. So I think Legions Con exclusives should be what it was. Like, you look in the past and we got, like, you know, the tributes to the My Wife Is Gonna Kill Me guys, and you got the Walter tribute, and you got the figure that Bill Mancuso had done in the studio years ago that they made it. Like, those are the cool things that I want to see at Legions Con, like more community type stuff. Save Legacy for its own thing.
Gotcha.
I liked it one year. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. Go. Yeah.
No, I was just saying I liked the 1 year when there was a cosmic, you know, either with the Wall Tour or the Creature Creator pack at Legions Con. And hopefully, you know, with these new builds, you know, the Ox Crew builds, we could get some pretty neat stuff out of that too.
Yeah. It'll be interesting how they start integrating Cosmic into Legions Con.
I don't know that this is true. I didn't hear this directly, but I heard that somebody said, and so take this with a huge grain of salt, that that Joe Viteri said he does not want Cosmic exclusives anymore at Legion's Con because they just don't sell. They've been stuck with the ones that they've done. So once again, I don't know that that's true, but if you look at how well those sold and how long they were thereafter with the Walter one and then the Cosmic Creator, I thought both of those releases were great, but they definitely didn't sell as well as the other ones. And even Jeremy has said we probably won't get a Cosmic Armory because it just does not sell the same that Mythic does.
Yeah.
So
and it doesn't. They would know. Now I'm going to pose this question because I'm curious, and this is, I'm not throwing shade at the Horsemen when I say this. I think we know that. The amount of exclusives at Legion's Con now is daunting.
It is.
And I did not buy anything from any of the third-party creators because of the amount of the exclusives last year. And it looks like we're going to have the same amount this year. Why do you think, and I understand they need to make money and all that, but I would like to see them dial that back.
Yeah, I don't think that we're going to see them dial it back, though, because at the end of the day, we speak with our wallets, and last year they sold out of the Revenant Warrior. They almost sold out of the other one. So as long as we keep buying this shit, they're going to keep pumping it out. So it's a moneymaker for Viteri, and so I don't see him dialing that back.
I feel as as someone that's been here for a while that I know people make it their business, like Legion's Con their business, and I know we prep all year for it as creators, but I think that again, from being there from 21 up till last year, when there was less vendors, it seemed like there was more profit for the vendors because there wasn't as much to go around. In 24, everybody came with heads, and so then it seemed like the painted head sales, the vendors had a lot more sitting on their tables by the end of it, just because of sheer numbers. It scales with people coming in there, but for me, and this is just me speaking for me, the point of it isn't really to sell 30 heads and come out with however many thousands of dollars. It's going to see the people in the studio, and if I can get my hotel paid for, that's a bonus. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So as far as like selling things, I personally have always just been, I come, I show my customs offer, we show what we've been working on all year. It's kind of like an art exhibit. But if I sell some stuff, I sell some stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't personally mind not making a profit. I'm not counting on it, but I know some guys are. So that's a funny line to straddle when, of course, they're trying to pay for a convention and pay and make money while they're there to make it worth their while. So
I would say I don't know that it has as much to do with the number of vendors as much as it has to do with, like Mike saying, with the exclusives and the Armory. And like Armory was a game changer because on top of, it used to be Legion's Con exclusives. You had one day you had one figure, and then like the first one was just one. It was just the Sir Gerard, right?
Yeah.
And then you had one figure on each day. Then you had one figure and two figures. Then you had two figures and two figures. And then you had the Armory. And now you're out. If you want to get all the stuff that's being released at Legion's Con, from the Armory to the exclusives, you're out $1,000 before you even walk in the door.
Yes.
So there's not as much available to spend at the vendor tables because you're trying to get that stuff. And I think it's ultimately going to come down to people like managing their budget better, because if you're waiting for the Horseman or Vateri or whoever to slow down in order for you to save money, that's not going to happen. So you got to just be disciplined and save money the way that, just buy the stuff that you want to buy, and that's it.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Like when I came off with the vendor, I forgot to make my second point. So yeah, so like with me personally, I was not able to get a lot of the stuff this year. Finances had a certain situation. It wasn't because I spent all the money I make on Horseman stuff. I do spend a lot of the money that we end up making on the Horseman stuff, but there was too much. If not buying anything from the vendors, there was too much for me to get all of it. You know what I mean? And and that's just my current situation for that year. Finances are what they are. They ebb and flow. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and if you're not a completionist, and everybody wants to be as close to complete as they are, this year I've had to step back and not back as heavy as I have in the past. And as far as those vendors go, you got to understand that they do have some special stuff, but they still have stuff all year long. If you see something from Curtis or Jesse or Blaze or Arthas or whoever, like there's a good chance, even like the prints that we make, or Anthony or Chris, like you can get those at a later date. Like Steph's boat is still one of the things that I have to go back and get, and I know he has that file and he can be able to print that up. So there are certain things that you see at Legion's Con and be like, yeah, I need that, but then you can go back and get it. It's the one-offs. It's that one thing that grabs you from a vendor's table that you're like, okay, I got to spend $80 on this head if somebody's selling it for $80. You know what I mean? So
that's
that's
an
where I see
expensive
the
head
vendors.
right there. Yeah, I mean, I would say if there's one thing that you probably want to, prioritize at Legion's Con, it would be the stuff from the vendors, though, because a lot of that stuff is one of a kind. A lot of that stuff is you're not going to have another chance. Like all the figure stuff, like you're going to be able to get it. Like I could go out right now and find a Furious 4 set for $100, which is what it was cost when you first bought it, right? But there were people at that Legion's Con that bought a fucking case of them because they're like, oh my gosh, it's never going to be this price. Like that stuff's going to be there. So to me, that's the stuff that if you're going to sacrifice anything, like sacrifice the Armory, sacrifice the Legion's Con exclusive, because you can definitely get those later. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing you need. I mean, to Carlos' point, like there's nothing you need to get there. So stay within your budget, and you should be all right. Well, I guess you got to have a budget first, and then stay within it. I think some people don't even plan that far ahead.
Yeah, I just missed the time. I would be happy with a table drop, a day 1 exclusive, a day 2 exclusive. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, there's going to be Armory too, but yeah. But not 2 figures on each day, plus 2 table drops, plus an Armory. Yeah.
Plus the figures they've been putting out, you have to get 2 each.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you do. The last year, the Revenant, the Terrell.
Yeah.
You had to get 4 of those. With Sir Valagard, with Scaffold, you really had to get 2 of those if you wanted to use those extra parts.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
That's where they get you.
Throwing those extra bonus parts, and you're like, I gotta put these to use too.
One, I know this isn't Legion's Con, but one thing I'm looking forward to Carver Con is to see, how big the initial, show is, and to see it grow in this part, Mike, of our world, because it's definitely, he's got a lot of the Legion's Con vendors, and I really hope that this becomes like a consistent thing, because having our community come up here to Ohio midsummer is definitely something that I will continue doing every year, and I think that's where IshCon is today. Some people can get to IshCon because it's in their region. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as far as having something in our backyard, I think it's pretty awesome. As far as the PowerCon, that was great too. We'll see what this thing looks like this year. I don't know if I announced this on last week, but we are going to have a booth at MotuCon.
Oh,
nice.
Be there, dude.
So we're going to do the minecarts there. It's kind of why I put a express on these, but actually they fit the little Origins He-Man figures pretty good in that minecart because they're basically dwarf size. So it's a very versatile thing, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully, I don't know if that'll turn back into a bigger PowerCon or if it'll stay small like this, but we're kind of getting spoiled out here a little bit.
But is Motu Fest going to be the new PowerCon, or are they going to next year have an actual PowerCon in Columbus?
They're supposed to have an actual PowerCon, is what the rumor is, but I don't trust anything from PowerCon until there actually is one.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Because we've gotten 3 years of next year, so that eventually that starts to wear thin, little boy that cried wolf kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't able to do it when they did it. What was it, Toylanta? They did it.
Yeah, they did a combo.
Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got the email for it. I'm like, yeah, I can't get to that one. That's not inside of my scope. I have so many vacation weeks I can take a year. I am surprised going back to the reinforcements. I am not surprised. Curtis, you talked about that green orc female on the Neve body, but yeah, with the touring figure this year, that's probably too much of that body, I think, out there. But I think you would definitely get something like that at some point in time, because that is the perfect female orc body.
Yeah, I mean, it was made for that. In reality, we probably should have gotten that before Nieve or the traveling figure, because it's made like perfectly for an orc. Michael, what do you think about the Nieve body?
I fucking hate it. I fucking hate Nieve. I freaking hate that warrior bitch, whatever her name is.
Now, what if it was a female orc, though? Would it be okay for her to be that big if it was an orc?
I mean, it's a brute. I don't understand why they made the 1.0 female body so fucking big. It bothers the shit out of me. I love Eric. I love everything he does. This is just one is a head scratcher.
But if they revamp the scale,
that body, not the biggest fucking body you've ever seen.
If they revamped the scale and did all orcs in brute scale, male orcs, and did females in that Nieve body, I think that would work perfectly.
Yes. No, it is a brute scale body.
It's a brute scale female is kind of what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I love I love Mike trashing females on the Mod Squad.
Hey man, they want to argue on behalf of females. They just got to be on the show.
God, I had so it's just I hate getting my hopes up and having them dashed, just like that fucking Filmation thing. But when Neve, they showed Neve, I'm like 1.0 female. It's gonna be like Zeri, or not Zeri. I can't stand her. The 1.0 Vorga. I'm like, it's gonna be Vorga. Vorga's not a big Amazonian. Because she's in the other cosmic parts. And then when that Neve comes out, I said no, something's wrong with this. What's going on here? And I put her next to Broder, and Broder had to look up to her.
That's because the Vorga's using dwarf parts. That's why she's not as tall.
No kidding?
Yeah, like she's technically considered not in the thing, but like the parts that they're using like, I have to look back at it, but I'm pretty sure like the lower arms and lower legs are more dwarfish.
Wow. I just can't stand it. God damn. I can't stand it. The head on that bitch is so damn big.
On Nieve?
God. Compare it to the 2.0 head. Holy shit. God. Hate that thing. Oh my God. Jeez. It pains me. I got no joy taking her out of the package. None.
But you still
I kind of wish we would get that like height female figure, but with a less guns. Like there's got to be something between the 2.0 arms on a female figure and then the Vorga arms. When I make my customs, I kind of put a cape over her arms so you can't see those. I don't like it when my
you can't cover that tattoo, man. That tattoo is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's her torso. I'm looking at the figure now. I think the torso might be shorter.
Okay, so I think with the big Amazonian ladies, I won't call them, bitches anymore, I guess. The big Amazonian bitches, okay? Their freaking upper legs are so damn long. Their upper arms, lower, so damn long. It's like, and their head is massive. You know what? When I have the man standing there, Atlas, and he's being dwarfed by this Neve lady, no, I'm not standing for that shit.
Well, for anybody watching this live, I hope you enjoyed it, because this will probably be taken down off of the Legion's Ladies channel.
Definitely some sexist content.
But enjoy this episode while you can. So
Mike's very passionate.
Very passionate, for sure.
Yeah, I like what I like.
Trevor says he likes it. Talking about Nieve.
Oh my God. But that's good. They give something for everybody. It's awesome. I love that. Shoot. I think I need a. Yeah, they give something for everybody. It's awesome. And oh my God. The hooded. I just don't care for the hooded 2.0 females. Oh man. And I said that to Schmerbs because he loves what's her name?
Faustia?
Tattoo lady
No.
from Basilia.
The blue one?
Yeah.
Can't remember her name either.
Blake says, "Come on, Mike. Nieve is an awesome warrior. It sounds like you need to grow a bit more, and you'll learn to appreciate a tall, strong woman."
No. Not at all.
Welcome, Blake.
So I guess we might as well get into the other controversy.
Oh.
We're on it. Who's going to see the Motu movie?
Oh, everybody.
Not everybody.
Not Mike.
Everybody that's not petty.
Yeah. Nope, not me. Not me. I wonder if Alan is. Is Alan?
Oh yeah, Alan's excited for it.
Oh, is he? Oh my goodness. I'm shocked at that.
Just because we haven't had any live action Motu in 40 years. So
Do you think Nieve's arms are bigger than He-Man's arms?
This He-Man needs to go to the damn gym.
Why you got to get him riled up, Carlo?
I got both figures sitting here on my desk. Let me compare their arms live here.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Her arms are bigger. I hope, though, you know what? I sincerely hope that everybody going to the Motu movie, everybody that's excited for it, you guys have a great time. I really do. Just not my Motu.
Yeah, she's taller than he is.
How do you know if you haven't seen it yet?
It's not my Motu. I already know. So she's taller. Yeah, she's taller than everybody. She'd probably put Big Greg next to her. He'd be looking up to her.
Yeah, the thing is on the action figure here, they probably did. He doesn't have these arms for sure. So the action figure arms, they give him a little bit of muscle. But so Mike, what would they have to? I mean, honestly, what would the movie have to be?
Apocalyptic Eternia, not this damn kingdom shit, not this shit with some. Okay, Motu was the original 4 mini comics. That's what Mattel intended it to be, and then they gave it over to DC Comics, which I'll hate them forever for making He-Man a bastard child of Superman. It's bullshit. Okay, there should be no Prince Adam. He should never exist. And then giving it to Filmation, and then they insulted. I was 8 years old when it came out, so I loved the grittiness, the just the darkness of it all. And then Lou Schreiber, idiot, made it into a little show for 2-year-olds. It was just sad. And I understand what Curtis was saying. They would never got it on TV and all this. That's fine. But I still don't care. Lou Schreiber, you can eat a bag of dicks.
There you go.
I mean, I was that 2-year-old that they made it for, so that's all I ever knew. I had the mini comics too.
Yeah, the original 4 mini comics are absolute gold. Just gold. And then this director here, I don't know, maybe some people like him. He can get a bag too and start munching on him. how the hell do you have two Motu movies without Merman in it? Okay, Motu bad guys are Skeletor, Beastman, and Merman. Bottom line, I don't care. You go nowhere else but for those three, and then you start branching out. Okay, Trapjaw, Triclops, Evil-Lyn. Yeah, after those three. But no. I can't. I read something. I can't. You can't have Merman. Why the fuck can't you have Merman in that movie? Okay, there's no reason. But he said, we couldn't do it. But I can have Goat Man, the Goat Boy, who I never heard of until this damn movie. Yeah, I'll be skipping it. I am happy for Nate Barch, though. He got invited to the premiere or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Carlo, anything else you want to get Mike riled up about? You want to kick his dog or something? Or
No, I mean, I'm gonna assume he didn't buy the She-Ra line.
No.
I probably would have a problem with me brushing my She-Ra's hair when I was 3 years old.
Epic troll level.
You did not have She-Ra dolls, did you?
Bro, I had a She-Ra.
Did you brush her hair?
Like twice.
Oh, God.
And I had the mirror. She spied around the corner to look for Hordak.
Hordak, okay, that's another thing. Come on, God. Hordak was a Motu villain. The Evil Horde was a Motu villain, not She-Ra. But they had to come out with She-Ra and had to take the Horde. Oh, God.
Wait, She-Ra's a villain?
No. They used the Horde as villain for She-Ra, but they were originally Motu villains. They came out in the Motu line.
Okay.
Yeah, it all Luke Schreimers. Yeah, so now I'm messing up my paint. God. It's like Orko put a spell on me.
Good to get all that anger and frustration out, though.
Yeah, he's gonna feel great after this. He's gonna probably take a nap.
Yeah.
What'd you do today, Mike? Oh, Carlo got me riled up, and then I took a nap.
Yeah. Now, the guy said, the director said, but I put like a tribute to Merman in it or something like that. Okay, buddy.
He'll be an etching on a wall.
Yeah, some shit like that.
Trevor says you wouldn't be collecting 34 versions of each figure if they didn't make a cartoon, though Thundar was way better.
I'd rather have that. Have He-Man be what I remember. I'd rather have them not give it to Filmation and DC Comics and have them just come out with those dark, gritty comics. Make it a line for older boys. At least they got Castle Grayskull somewhat right this time. Instead of that 87 movie, oh my God, that is trash. Unbelievable trash.
I'm fully with you on the 87 movie.
Just trash.
The thing that just always, anybody that tries to defend the 87 movie, I just go back to I think it's the what is the making of Grayskull, one of those documentaries or whatever. They're talking to William Stout, who did that movie, and he talks about how Mattel wanted him to make the characters in the movie look like the toys, and he flat out says that the toys looked goofy. And I'm like, why the fuck were you directing this movie if you don't respect the source material and you think that the toys look goofy? Like, that's yeah.
See, that's the problem. That's the whole problem. So
gotta respect the source material. Blake says, "Let's keep this rant going." Mike, how do you feel about plea bargains for the guilty, or someone getting good time for a crime they are 100% guilty of and only serving a third of the sentence?
well, you gotta have plea bargaining to funnel down. I mean, otherwise your justice system would collapse on itself because there's just you couldn't have that many trials. There's just too much coming into the funnel. So
necessary evil.
Yeah, you have to have plea bargaining. You can't take everything to trial. I mean, you'd be so backlogged. Jesus, especially with COVID. Remember COVID? Geez, you didn't have a lot of the murder trials and all that were backed up. That's why I got so much overtime. One of the reasons I got so much overtime the last 3 years, especially at the courthouse, they were so backed up from COVID.
We had a guy, a lighter note. We had a guy that got a Dewey on the truck. He wasn't on the truck, but he was a CDL holder. And
Oh boy.
he got it right before COVID happened. COVID happened, and he didn't have his trial for like 2 years.
Yeah.
So this guy was driving. I mean, 2 more years in his career than he should have, all because the backlog of the trials. But he didn't tell the company. Yeah, he didn't tell the company.
Well, yeah, of course not.
Yeah, I need, so I could even deal with the Kingdom Eternia, with their little kingdom there and all that bullshit. If there was no Prince Adam, if there was no Orko, and they had Merman in it, I probably would get on board. You know they're going to have Orko in that movie. He's going to be in there. He's going to be like the big surprise.
I wouldn't be surprised, just because, like, I think Orko is the way that they think they get little kids, kind of like the Grogu with the Mandalorian. Like, they feel like that's the thing that's going to bring in the kids. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Yep, he'll be there, and then I would destroy the movie screen. I'd run up. I tell you what, Last Jedi, when I went to see that trash, utter trash. Movies just trash. I mean, there is a bigger, trashier movie than The Last Jedi. I was so excited. I sat there. And I'm there with my girlfriend. We're sitting there. Other deputies are there. And Luke Skywalker throws the damn lightsaber over the cliff. And I'm like, what the fuck? I knew right then and there I was fucked.
It wasn't when he was drinking that fucking whatever.
No, that was too. Yeah. Absolute trash movie. At least they got rid of her. Kathleen Kennedy.
Trevor said that Orko won't be in it because they got to save something for the sequel that you also won't watch, Mike.
Yes. They will not get my money. Now, I did enjoy The Mandalorian. It's just a fun movie for what it is. Yep.
Jay says, my daughter is here, woke me up hella early and went back to sleep. Hopping in again. What's up, everybody? We're just painting and listening to Mike rant. He's getting stress out of his system. So
yeah, I can't. I'm gonna have to get more red paint at some point.
Blake says, newsflash, retired officer destroys theater at new Masters of the Universe movie and now is back to work as an inmate. Clip at 11.
No. It's just that was a huge disappointment when I was a young kid. Huge disappointment because they really, if you guys go back and read those 4 mini comics with Apocalyptic Eternia, that was a really great concept. I mean, it was so cool, that world. You always wondered what the golden age of Eternia looked like with all the technology and all that. Just really good. And incidentally, I wrote 3 mini comic stories that kind of go along with those. I'll have to get those out at some point.
I've read them. They're not for me. It feels like they completely just stole from Conan. Like it doesn't feel like its own thing to me, but that's just me personally.
Yeah, that was the grittiness back then. It was so cool. Yep. And you guys saw the trailer for. You guys saw the trailer for the Castle Grayskull back in the day, I imagine, where Filmation actually did a minute-long animation that was really cool, really freaking cool. If the characters look like that and it was based on that cartoon would have been awesome. It's the Castle Grayskull commercial where the dad is talking about his kids playing with the castle.
Oh, yeah.
And they go on to the Filmation. Filmation actually did that. They did a really good job with that. So how long do you guys usually go with this studio?
Usually it's 2 hours, which we're over that right now, but
my next break.
What's that?
My next break, and so I'm going to stop painting and just talk with you guys.
That's all right. We'll go ahead and wrap it up. I'll go ahead and start us off. I still got a lot to go on this, but worked on the transition on the. Let's see if I can. I'll try to turn this light off. See if that helps. Still washing out a bit, but so still a little work to do on this punk rock skeleton head, and then started working on this orc. Didn't get super far. This hair took me a long time, and then also working on the skull took me a while, but lot more to do on that. I'll continue that tomorrow on Customizing Studio at 1 p.m. Eastern. Next, we will go over to Mike. Mike, let's see what you got done.
Yeah, just doing more of for my old custom that took the black and red and the night body. So just painting up more stuff there. That's it. And bitching about Motu.
Well, speaking of which, Alexander Deshaw comes in and says, can't you just go to the Motu movie, Mike, and have fun with it?
No.
There you go.
Short answer, no.
Over to Carlo. What do you got, Carlo?
Just did some of this work here on the stuff. I gave it a little bit of angel wings. I don't know if you'll see that on something that's like an inch long. But yeah, I just did a bunch of the detail work on it. So
very cool. All right, over to Kyle.
Finish this guy. I'll take pictures here in a minute and post it on Instagram and Facebook. Since it's sunny outside, get the pearl to shift a little bit better. And then I did this Oni head, and I painted it, washed it. That's about it.
Good. That looks real good.
Very cool.
And I tore apart this guy and made a soup out of him.
Nice soup. All right, over to Jen.
So worked on the goat man. Mostly adding the goat trims. I don't know how well that shows up on the camera. Oh no, there goes his head. It's okay, nothing broke. Let's get back on. Yeah, so like gold trims on the outside of the bronze highlight. Then I'm still working on the armor piece. The arms. Whoops, let's flip over to this arm. So initially this was all stay on.
You have to stop throwing that head.
Yeah, one of those horns are gonna break sooner or later. But yeah, so I'm doing this. Initially, most of this was covered up by cape. And I was gonna take a shortcut and not do it, but then I was like, let's do my due diligence and not,
Yeah, those are some awesome details.
Yeah, so just adding details. Hopefully, I can, wrap most of that up by tomorrow.
For sure. All right. Let's see. Jason, this sword looks awesome, Carlo.
Thank you.
And then Trevor says, I don't care how, I think he meant gritty and dark it is. They've got a guy named Fisto. So there you go. So that is it. Tonight, I know Mike and I believe Trevor will be over on Mr. Allen's World of Toys.
And Brad.
So we'll be talking a little bit of reinforcements. And then I will be on PGG tonight. And then I'll be back tomorrow for Customizing Studio with anybody that feels like painting. Thank you, everybody, for joining and painting. Thank you, everybody that joined in the chat. And Legions ladies, we're very sorry for everything.
But congratulations on that figure, guys. That is awesome for all the ladies. Awesome figure. Not my cup of tea, we know that, but awesome.
Very good. All right. Well, we will see you guys next time on Mod Squad next Saturday morning. So bye, everybody.
Bye.
Let's go! Calling all ladies, we're ready to go. Legions ladies, you know geeking out isn't just for boys. So gather up your legions and make some noise. Let's go! So hang out with your friends for some laughter and fun. Legions ladies, talking toys and customizing with everyone. Legions ladies, and the Mod Squad Art Studio, making friendships along the way, sharing everything we know. Get ready as Tanya and Stacy welcome you to the show. Calling all ladies, we're ready to go. It's Legions Ladies Live. Let's go! Rah!